and welcome back to my channel. So today I am reading for Normani. I know three things about Normani. I know that she's American, I know that she was in Fifth Harmony, and I know what she looks like. And they are the be all and end all of what I know about her. So I'm really excited. Her energy is very positive, okay? She's got a very happy-go-lucky, excitable, playful energy. So I'm really excited to do this reading. The energy is very high. So if you enjoy this video, please hit a thumbs up. Remember to subscribe down below if you enjoy videos like this, because I post them every single week. If you are not following me on Instagram, you are missing out, because that is where all the fun happens after these videos end. So be sure to head over there and have your say on who I read for next, and also just be involved more in the community. And without further ado, let's read for Normani. Normani's energy, she's a very young spirit, and I think she's quite young. I don't know how old she is, but I know she's in her 20s, but I feel like she's quite young, but her energy is also very young. So she's not a very old spirit. She's very, very playful. That's the energy I get from Normani. She's a very playful girl. There's also, if there hasn't been already, because I feel like it's quite imminent, but there is a sport brand deal coming for Normani with like Adidas, Nike or Puma. It's like Normani versus Adidas, or Normani versus Nike, Normani versus Puma. It's something like that, but I just see her in the sportswear and it's like, the advert's like Normani with Adidas or something like that. So that's coming for her. But there's also a lot of opportunities coming for her, and I picked up on a man in the industry. I don't know whether she was like scouted by like a man, like an older man that's in the industry, but there's like a mentor there for her in that way. I also feel like in Fifth Harmony she really wasn't valued, okay? And I don't know a lot about Fifth Harmony at all. I didn't follow them, I wasn't a fan of Fifth Harmony, but I feel like within the group her talent wasn't able to shine. She really wasn't able to show her true potential, because they looked at her and thought, well, she's the underdog. And I'm going to be honest, and this is a really horrible thing to say, but this is what Spirit's giving me. It was because of the colour of her skin, and it's disgusting and it's an awful thing, but that's what it was. It was like she was always pushed to the side because she was the darker girl in the group. And the thing is, she is literally, I see her future and she's going to go from one strength to the other. They are giving me the next Beyonce. I don't like to compare people like that, because I feel like she is going to be great in her own right. I feel like there's also acting coming from Normani. Film roles coming for Normani. One big film in particular that is really going to catapult her in the... not in mainstream Hollywood. It's not a mainstream Hollywood film. It's like if you grew up watching, for example, Think Like a Man, Boys in the Hood, you know, Love and Basketball, Brown Sugar. If you grew up watching all those kind of films, you know what genre I'm talking about. ATL, all those kind of films. There's a film role for her in that kind of genre that's really gonna put her mark on the industry, and I don't know how close it is. I don't know whether she's been offered it yet, but it's coming. Like I say, she's a very young spirit, so there really is not a lot of trauma involved in Normani's life. They're giving me a choir, so I don't know whether she came from a choir or a gospel background, but the choir is very important to Normani. They're giving me that, I have to take it. So I'm going to pull on the cards, see what they say for Normani. Like I said, very, very soulful, happy, energetic, happy-go-lucky girl. Very, very playful. It's almost like she's like fully living out her inner child, fully. Just going to pick this up because it flipped over. So, 4 of Cups. Okay. They're bringing me now. Okay, here we go. Yeah, she's very gifted, this girl. She's very, very talented. But not only is she talented, she's very lucky. Okay, so things she turns her hands to really do turn to gold. And that's the journey that I saw for her. It really is like a gold path. Oh my god, the cards are just flipping out. They're just flipping out for her. Okay. 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 Yeah, they're bringing me to the group now, because it was like, Normani always knew that she was going to shine, okay? Normani always knew of her potential, but yeah, the group restricted her a lot. Okay. The cards are just absolutely flying out for her. There's a lot here for her. The group restricted her a lot, okay? And she wasn't able to, got like ash on the cards. She wasn't able to really shine at her full potential, and there was a lot that she wanted to do, and it was always like, no, you can't do that. I haven't picked any of these. They've all just flown out for her. So I'm actually going to take that, but I feel like there's actually one more card we need to take for her. Normani. Just put that in the centre. Right, okay. Yeah, her time in the group, don't get me wrong, Normani is not a depressive person. She's not someone that was ever depressed or sad or anything like that, but unfulfilled, definitely. Her time in the group, I think, she knew it was necessary to put her on the path of where she needed to be, but she 100% felt very unfulfilled in that girl band. Okay, so the way, looking at these cards, I want to say this half of the deck is talking about pre-solo Normani, and this half of the deck is going forward. So we're going to start here and we'll work our way up. Okay, we've got the Ten of Swords reversed. Now, the Ten of Swords reversed talks about ruin, okay? But it specifically talks about the end of an era, okay? Very funny that it should mean that, okay? It talks about the end of an era and something ending, and it being sort of like the Tower. You can't avoid it. It's unavoidable, okay? This is meant to end. It's not going to go any further. I don't feel like Normani was involved in any bickering in the group, but there was bickering in the group. There was arguments between the girls. I don't see there being... Okay, I have to compare it to Little Mix. Little Mix have a very friendship-based team strategy, okay? They are friends. Fifth Harmony were work colleagues, okay? Now, Normani being the type of person she is not confrontational. Don't get me wrong, she can stand her own ground. I feel like Normani, I could be wrong, but her energy is almost like Leo-esque, okay? Because she's very playful, she's very energetic, she's very social, but she can stand her ground. She can stand up for herself, okay? And she will say what needs to be said. But I feel like in the group situation with the girls, she always took a back seat, and I can almost just see her watching things unravel, okay? And just being like, okay, well, what am I going to do? She was always planning on what she was going to do. It was never, she never wanted to be involved in the arguments. She didn't want to be involved in the drama. It wasn't something she was very interested in, okay? She was very clever in that sense. Now, tied to the Ten of Swords reversed, which I am seeing as a card marking the end of that group, the group ruining, falling apart, and not being together anymore, is the Six of Pentacles, which is a gift, okay? So she knew, I think she foresaw the end of the group before the group ended, okay? And she knew, okay, well, what can I take from this? Like I said, she's a very positive person, and she's someone that looks on the bright side of life all the time. So it was, what can I take from this? What can I take from this situation that's going to make me shine? What can I do next? Okay, so she was constantly working on it, and as soon as the group ended, Normani had a lot of opportunities flooding in. It was instant for her, okay? She used a lot of Law of Attraction, and I know that because we've got the Magician card there, and whenever the Magician card shows up in a reading, it means you've got someone here who believes in the Law of Attraction, okay? So she manifests, she visualizes, and because of her energy, and she has very good energy, okay? Like I said, her energy is very, very positive, very, very lucky. Because of her energy, when she wants to attract something, it comes to her very, very, very easily, okay? Now, Two of Pentacles, okay? Two of Pentacles talks about life being a little bit unpredictable, okay, and having to share the workload and not taking on too much, and not putting too much pressure on yourself and on your time, okay. It does say that her professional work and life will run smoothly, okay, so that's what that does stand for. It stands for the fact that she is taking on a lot, okay, but she can handle it. The card is upright. She can handle the amount that she's taking on for now, because the reason I say for now is we have got both the 5 of Cups reversed and we've got the 5 of Swords. There will come a breaking point for Normani where she does get a little bit tired. The 5 of Cups reversed is a healing card, okay? Upright, it talks about unhappiness, and like I said, she wasn't unhappy in the group, but she wasn't fulfilled. And I feel like the end of the group gave her a lot of clarity on herself and a lot of healing. I don't know if Normani's been bullied, okay? There is something she does need to heal from. It's not traumatic, it's not anything like really bad, or, you know, nothing like major, but there is some healing there that she does have to go through. And I think there's some healing that she's been through as well, okay? And I feel like the girl she is now is not the girl she was. So the girl she was in the group is very different to the Normani you see now. The Normani in the group wasn't so playful, wasn't so energetic, wasn't so excitable. Now she's very, very come into herself and out of her shell, and it's a brilliant thing. Okay. The 5 of Swords at the crossover, because I feel like she is going to come to a crossroads, okay, between her past and her future. So the 5 of Swords at the heart of that is, it talks about defeat. Now, I don't want to look at this in a negative way, but I feel like she's going to burn herself into exhaustion, okay? Because there's a little bit of a fear within Normani that if I don't do this all now, and if I don't take every opportunity, and if I don't say yes to everything, and if I don't, you know, excel in every second minute of my time, then this is all going to go away because I'm not deserving of this anyway, okay? So there is a little bit of an insecurity in her. It doesn't show on an, you know, on an extrovert, so if you look at her you would never know this, but deep down within her there is an insecurity that this could all go away, okay? And that, you know, this is all just a bit of luck. She does believe that. She does believe that she is a little bit undeserving of it, okay? And that this is all just a little bit of luck. So that's not right now, but in the next 2 years she is gonna come against that, because she's just, you know, as humans we have to take a break every now and then, but she's not going to take a break, and that's the problem. And they're giving me a tour, and I feel like the tour is what will push her over the edge, because it's gonna, that will completely burn her out into exhaustion, okay? I don't know if it's a worldwide tour, but it's a long tour. It's a tour that will go on for a long time, and it's just going to completely burn her out. So after this tour I see her taking a break, not a long break, maybe about 6 to 8 months, but when she comes back we've got her manifesting again. So when she comes back, she's coming back with a new perspective on life, and this is when she will do the film. So the film is to come in the future. The film isn't right now, because I feel like she loves singing and she loves music, but it's that unfulfillment in her. That, is it going to give her enough? Is it going to give her enough? It will be good for her because we've got the 9 of Pentacles, which is about everything being in order, okay? So harmony ruling your life, everything being harmonious, okay? Order is restored, money flows, you can enjoy the financial security you've worked for. It's a time to appreciate your home life, you're calm, be in a relaxed state of mind, and naturally attract others to you. So it's absolutely vital, okay? It's almost like I'm seeing her life in the next 5 years in 2 different halves. So the next 2.5 years for her are all work, no play, all dedicating her time, emotion, energy, everything to her work and her craft. There's no time, and I feel like literally everything else that gets neglected. She neglects her friends, her love path, her family. Everything else right now is being neglected, because it's all like, if I don't do this now, it's all going to go away. until, like I say, she has this tour or this thing and it pushes her to the breaking point and she has to take a break. Then the 2.5 years after that, okay, the 2.5 years after that are when she really is going to flourish. So if you think she's flourishing now, you've seen nothing yet, okay? Because when she comes back after that healing time that she's taking off, she is just going to go from one strength to another. And like I said, there will be film opportunities, there will be bigger and better music opportunities for her. I can almost see her on a judging panel as well, doing like one of those X Factor or something like that. Literally, it's like a new woman, because I feel like, you know, when I said she's playful and she's energetic, I feel like she hasn't quite escalated into her full womanhood yet. She's still a girl, okay, and there's still a lot for her to learn. But when she takes that break and she comes back, she will be ready, and there's a love interest. They're giving me a man there for her as well when she comes back. So there's a lot that she has to grow through before she gets the real rewards. But let me tell you something, she is going to be very, very successful, okay? There is a man there for her, okay, and I feel like they will be a power couple. It's not going to be forever, okay, but while they are together, and it will be for a while, I'm giving them 3 to 4 years, it's very magical. Keep an eye out for him. He's not here yet. He's not here yet. He's for her in the next 2.5 years, but he's coming for her, and they are going to be like a power couple, okay? But the Four of Cups, it talks about boredom, and I feel like she will get to another point where she just feels unfulfilled again. I feel like fulfillment is very important to a Normani, and she needs to be fulfilled in everything that she's doing. That's from work, friendships, love, everything, okay? She has to be fulfilled. They keep taking me to Atlanta with her, and also to Florida, so I don't know whether she's got connections to those two places, but that's where they're taking me with her, okay? There's also some modelling to do with Normani, and something else to do with a makeup brand, okay? I don't feel like Normani's one of these people that wants to share her whole life with the public, okay? You won't see her, it's not about the fame for her, okay? It's about the talent. And unlike the other girls in the group, and again, I don't know anything about them, but this is what Spirit's giving me, okay? They're telling me that she's got the longevity, and I think that's why they're comparing her to Beyonce, because she's got the longevity, okay, that the other girls don't have. Now, that's hard for me to say, because as you know, I love Kelly Rowland, but she's got the longevity in what she wants to do, okay? They're showing me her family now and how important family is to her, and that is also going to be the deciding factor on when she takes that break, because it will get to the point where she hasn't seen her family for a super long time, and it's almost like her mum is saying it's time to go home. And that's why I don't know whether she's from Atlanta or somewhere like that. I mean, I don't know, I'm not American, I don't know where these places are, but that's what they're giving me. So it's almost like they're pulling her home for her healing. She's going to go home to wherever she comes from. So I am going to, there's a new record label coming for Normani. They're giving me a new record label. It's something to do with this man. You know, I said there's a male mentor coming for her. I thought he was here, but maybe he's not. Yeah, maybe he's not here yet. There's a man. I feel like it's one of those big moguls, you know? I feel like it's one of those big music moguls. Jermaine Dupri, Babyface, Puff Daddy. It's one of those big moguls that's going to come for Normani and blow her up. It's a man. Literally. Oh, that's really exciting when I just got that. Gonna absolutely. Because I know she's very big in the States. I could be wrong, but I don't think she's known here in the UK. Like, if I said to someone, do you know who Normani is? I think they'd know who she was, but I don't think she's as big here maybe as she is in America. So whoever it is that's coming to help her, this man, and it is a man. I feel like it might be Jermaine Dupri, you know. I don't know, it's a man. They are going to make her worldwide. Okay, Normani. cards. Normani. Okay, one more. Normani. 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 Oh, two more then. Two more. Okay. Oh, something medical with her. Nothing serious because they've got the it's not an emergency card. But yeah, okay. This is the whole burning yourself out thing that I talked about. It seems to be a trait with these young women, okay? And I'm saying specifically young women in the industry, where it's like I have to work 10 times harder than my male counterpart. And I'm not a feminist, so I'm not just saying this. This is what Spirit's giving me. I have to work 10 times harder than my male counterpart to get where I want to be. So these women, and you know, Normani, Ariana Grande, they are literally burning themselves right out to the point where they get ill, okay? And you know, these cards coming out, I don't think it's anything serious. I just think, yeah, it's definitely something. Oh my gosh. It's definitely to do with that. It's not that she's ill or she's, you know, and nothing fatal or anything like that. It's the burning yourself out to the point of exhaustion to where you've got nothing else to give, okay? Spirit doesn't want her to get to that point, okay? Spirit really doesn't want her to get to that point, but she will, because she's young and she's learning. And even though she's been in the industry for a while, it's not long enough to know it that well. And she's still got things to grow through. So it's not an emergency. She will get through it, but she needs rest. Like I said, that will come in the next 2.5 years for her. So she's going to burn herself right out. She's going to burn herself right out, but she will recover. So these two cards here, I feel like are talking about her healing. Now, when she wants to go away, there will be people that say, if you go away now, you'll never be able to come back. There are people that want to induce that fear into her. You know, if you go away now, you are not going to be able to come back. Don't think that you're going to come back. Don't think that, you know, you're going to... These are negative people that like... And I feel like that's a common trait in the industry, that people like to instill these artists or these actresses or actors with fear. They're saying don't listen, okay? They're saying just don't listen and live from your heart. Go with your intuition. Go with your gut, which she will, because I feel like she is quite spiritually in tune, okay? I do feel like, not that she's psychic or anything like that, but she's quite in tune with herself and her intuition. So when she gets a gut feeling, she will listen to it, okay? She's not one to ignore her feelings. And she definitely will, because this is her stepping away now from the crowd, stepping away from those people, going that way, and she's going to go in her own direction on her own, which is when this man is coming in for her, okay? And is going to pick her up and say, nope, I'm going to help you. And she's going to take his guide. It could even be Timberland, you know, there's someone there for her. It's really exciting. It's really exciting for me because I know she's going to go on and make really good R&B music, and I love R&B music. So this man that she's going to partner up with, he has got her back, okay? It's going to be exciting, and she's going to reclaim her art. So it is like right now she's a money-making machine. They are trying to factory her into a box of being the next Beyonce, being the next this. But she's like, no, it's going to get to a point where she burns herself out and she goes, no, I'm going to be myself. I'm going to be Normani. I'm going to make my own way. I'm going to follow my own path. And she will reclaim her art, and she will do it with this man. This man is strongly there for her. This man isn't the man she's going to be in a relationship with. This man is a mentor, and he's going to come in and he's going to help her. And he's really going to help her for all the good reasons, but just because he sees her talent. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Comment down below anything I got right or anything you feel about the reading, because I love hearing your interpretations of things I say, because sometimes I say things and you hear it and I think, oh my gosh, I never thought of it that way. So leave your thoughts, comments down below. Leave it with love and light, please. Love only in the comments. Like this video if you enjoyed it, hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this one, and I will see you soon for another video. Bye, lovelies.